Hi guys, I managed to catch the New Zealand CAD, and this was on my watch list. Like I posted on Tuesday, so you can see the New Zealand CAD is in that list. And what I was waiting for was for some kind of shift of structure when the price came back inside here during the pullback. Ideally, I would have preferred it to come up here, which is why I've kept an alert, because you have those multiple EMAs. But I missed that a few days ago, and then price basically went to the downside. So today the opportunity kind of presented itself. So if I take this off for a second, and if you look, there's a shift of structure over here, high highs, high lows, and then we made a new low low. So then I went on to the shorter time frames, and this is where it got me interesting in the trade. And look at the entry signal is exactly what I've been showing you in my new course. It's the pin bar and then the engulfing, and the engulfing has closed below all these lows. So that is why I was interested in taking this trade. And also a further confirmation was it was a head and shoulder pattern over here. As you can see, left head, right shoulder. We have the breakout, and then I was just waiting for this area to break. It's considered a neckline because price has reacted in there. So for me, it would have been better for this to close below, which we kind of got here. And then my entry confirmation was on the 1 hour. So I entered as soon as this candle closed, and we can see the volume is kicking in New York. So right now it's about 2:30 p.m. and you can see this trade is going nicely. Now my take profit is going to be a 1 to 2 because it's kind of like almost late in the week. It's Thursday, and tomorrow there's a lot of news. So I want to see if this can basically engulf and come to as near as here as possible. And then what I'll do is I'll take most of my profit and then leave the rest to run, make it break even, because there's quite a lot of news tomorrow, so that could affect the trade. But right now we are getting a lot of volume, and hopefully we can get a very strong candle close below, and it's a 1 to 2. So if it can come down here, it's about halfway through almost, and then we can look to close the trade in here. So let's see what happens in a few hours. Hi guys, trade update. So the New Zealand CAD has closed quite strong on the daily time frame, and we are up around 1 to 1 at the moment, around 34 pips, and I'm risking around 30 on this at the moment. So what also gives me confidence to keep holding the trade, so we have Friday tomorrow, one more day, so I'm gonna leave it on for that session as well. I'll have to manage it though, because tomorrow around 12:30 there's quite a lot of news, so I'll have to see where this goes. But what gives me confidence to hold this trade is that New Zealand USD has closed below the EMAs, making a new low over here. So this has a lot of potential to the downside over here, and as you know, they are both correlated. So if New Zealand keeps dropping, then New Zealand CAD could also keep dropping as well. And my take profit target is based around here on this wick, and that is around 74 pips, so 1 to 2.3 risk reward on that one. So I'm gonna keep watching it and see how it is tomorrow in London session, and I'll keep you updated on that one. Hi guys, trade update on New Zealand CAD. So this is 7 o'clock in the morning now, just before London session, and we are now up around 80 odd pips on this trade. Now it's not done the daily range quite yet, so it's got about 10 more pips to do, but I do think that it is going to have a reaction in here, because price has previously reacted in there, and I'm already at 1 to 2. Now I do think that this can go down further, and it can continue to go down, but there's a lot of news later on at around 12:30. There's cat news, there's dollar news, a lot of dollar news over here. So I do think that this could have a reaction somewhere around in here. And also if the news comes out like really good well, really bad for the dollar, then this could also continue to react and go back up. So I don't want to risk that, so I'm going to take most of my profit off, close, and I've got two lots on this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take 1.5, sorry, 4.5, 1.5, close, and then I'm gonna leave the rest to run and see if I can make more profit on this trade. But what I'm also gonna do is now make this trade break even, so that if it comes back, I don't get taken out and take a loss on this trade. Okay, I'll keep you updated if anything else happens, but that's so far on this trade, 80 pips for the week. Hi guys, final trade update. So New Zealand CAD has rebounded there where we took our profit earlier, and it was quite logical because price has reacted there multiple times and has multiple rejections. So it's a strong area of support and resistance. Also 0.79 is not far away from here, but obviously we've had more price reactions there. So it's also Friday, and like I said, there was a lot of news coming out later on, and the news has come out negative for the CAD and also kind of like negative for the dollar overall. Just came in like 7 minutes ago. So about 7 million jobs are being created, so over the estimate or the forecast. So that's kind of positive for the dollar, but we are getting a reaction of that at the moment, and the 1 hour is still bearish. Everything is bearish, so I do think that this is continue to go to the downside. So I'm just going to leave it for a few more hours and just see where it goes, but I will manually close it anyway. I am risking nothing on this trade because it's now break even, but I just want to close it and don't want to leave the order over the weekend because of gaps. And let's see, but that is 80 pips for the week, and I do think it's gonna give us another entry possibly next week if we can get the pullback into this area, but that's something for next week. Hope you have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys soon.